Hello and welcome back to Hobtech Cars. Today I'm going to be talking a bit about importing cars from Japan. I'm going to run through a few examples. I'm going to run through a Toyota Yaris, I'm going to run through a BMW hybrid, and then I'm going to run through a classic car as well. So you may be aware there's a huge rise in the number of people importing from Japan right now. They are both private garages and private individuals. Why are people choosing to import from Japan? Well, I have a whole video about that. The link will be in the description. I go into that in a lot of detail. But basically, it's down to a few factors. Number one, Brexit. There's no supply of UK cars coming into Ireland. Number two, the yen is almost at an all-time low versus the euro. So you can get really good value for the euro versus the yen. And it makes importing a car from Japan much cheaper and economical. Number one, this is my personal advice. I advise you do your own fact checking. Number two, I haven't mentioned insurance. It generally comes as part of the bundle when you import a car from Japan from a distributor. Next thing, I'm just going to talk about the auction grading system in Japan. So generally, cars for sale in Japan will come in 6 grades. You have from 5 to 1, 5 being excellent, 1 being poor, say 3 being average. So your car that you're looking at is going to fall somewhere within that range. There is also an R category, which is reserved for highly modified or sometimes crash vehicles. It doesn't mean that you can't buy an R category or that you shouldn't, but it's just to be aware that the car has been heavily modified or changed from its original condition. There are many websites you can use to bring a car from Japan to Ireland. The one that I'm going to be looking at mostly today is b4.com. It's my personal favorite and carries a lot of stock. Another one that is worth checking out is the GoNet Exchange. It can be quite expensive though, and I find it's generally geared more towards US customers. What I like about B4 is that they have a rep in Europe that you can deal with. In the past, when I've queried or bought cars, you can just contact them directly. They're not endorsing me or paying me anything today. That's just my honest opinion. Alternatively, you can just get someone to do the whole service for you. You can do a quick Google. There's people and agents out there in Ireland that will do that for you. The one that I hear the most positive feedback about is JDM Auctions. Enjoy everyone, I hope you find this helpful. Okay, so here we are on bford.com, my favorite car import website, catering for the Japanese market. So I'm looking here for a 2023 Toyota Yaris, and I'm ideally looking for a 1500cc automatic transmission. Okay, so this one here looks quite nice. The first thing to check is that it is a right-hand drive. Just make sure that the transmission matches what you expect. This one is an automatic 1.5, very popular engine, available in this form in Ireland as well. 24,000 kilometers. It all checks out. It's cheap to bring this to Dublin, €9,422. Looks like a nice car. I certainly like the blue color. So let's load it up into Revenue VRT calculator and see how much the VRT is. I'm just putting in the car details here, and as I mentioned in my other videos, I do have a dedicated VRT guide that really goes through this in the fine-tuned steps. So if you're not familiar with this calculator, I advise you to check that video out. Interesting to note at this point that the VRT calculator doesn't have the 1500cc version of the Yaris under Japanese import option. So we have a few options here. We can just continue with 1000cc and see what the figure gives us, and we can circle back to that later. The NOx emissions I looked up for this car are 10 milligrams, and so we're €2,639. Okay, so this is for a 1 litre car. As I've mentioned, the Japanese import one that we're looking at here is 1.5. So a handy trick to circumvent this in the VRT calculator is to put it in as a UK car, because the VRT calculation algorithm is the same. I've done that here and it's given me €2,450. So it's only €200 difference. So for all intents and purposes here, let's just split the difference and say the VRT on this car is €2,550. Okay, so we have our car price, including shipping, and we have the VRT for this car. So now we just need to fill in the blanks and figure out how much this car will cost imported to the Republic of Ireland. Importing from Japan, the car is considered a non-EU import, so we have to pay 10% duty and 23% VAT. That figure comes to €12,748.97. We need to add our VRT value from the previous step. As we discussed, that is €2,550. That gives us a final total of bringing this car into Ireland of €15,298. To be honest, that's a supremely good price for a 2.5-year-old Toyota. And not just any old Toyota Yaris. It's a fully spec'd one with all of the DVD navigation, aircon, things like that. So now I just need to compare against how much this car would cost in the Republic of Ireland. I'm here on Cars Ireland. And the closest comparable car that I can see is this 20 grand Yaris. It's similar mileage. It's the same year. A very nice looking car as well, with nice spec. Doesn't have a DVD player, but it does have aircon, but it's a very close match to that one that I brought in. You'll notice here I'm circling the speedometer. It's in Japanese writing, which actually proves that this car itself is a Japanese import. We could bring ours in for €15,300 and they're selling theirs for €20,000. So that's €4,700 of a nice creamy profit they're making on this car. So in this scenario, importing from Japan will have saved you €4,700. So for car 2, I'm going to step through essentially the same steps again, but it's going to be a different VRT calculation and obviously a different car. So I am searching here for a 3 Series hybrid in the new shape, and I'm looking here at a 2021 3 Series. The mileage looks good, only 15,000 kilometers on this car. It's an M Sport, so that'll really help with resale value. So this is the new BMW 330e. They've been running this model for a while. I'm a fan of it. It's essentially a big 2-litre petrol lump with a small EV battery in it. So you can drive it as a regular hybrid, or you can plug in the battery and charge off it and drive off it. So I can bring this car to Dublin with shipping for slightly over €18,000, which is an incredibly good price. And so let's do a VRT calculation on this car. I've looked up these cars a good bit in the past, and the VRT should come around €2,200. As with the Yaris, this model of car doesn't exist on the VRT calculator, so I'm just going to put it in as a UK import. Again, the algorithm that Revenue use here is the exact same. It's the same formula. It's just that their database is SHIT, for want of a better word. So this one here is a lovely M Sport Auto. There's lots of variations. I just want to make sure I find the right one here. M Sport Auto G20, yes. Okay, the mileage is 15,000 kilometers. And the NOx value on these is very low. It's only 2 milligrams. Yeah, let's see what she comes in at. Okay, excellent. €2,230. VRT open market selling price is 31,000. That's about right. Okay, so now the same as before, we need to add our 10% tariff and our 23% VAT onto the value of the car, including the shipping. That gives us a grand total for this car of €26,632. That is a really good price for a car like that, filled to the hilt with extras. Let's just see how much a car like that would cost us in Ireland. So here I am on Cars Ireland, and I'm going to try and find a similar spec car and mileage car for the same money, which we won't. So I'm going to speed it along here, because essentially after lots of searching, there's no car that even comes close to the spec or the mileage of what I have chosen to bring in that hypothetical example, until eventually I find one car that matches the mileage. It's still higher than what I was hypothetically bringing in, but it matches the spec, but it's €42,000. In this scenario, buying from Japan will have saved you a whopping €15,638 versus buying from a dealership in Ireland. I've nothing else to say here, just let that sink in for a moment. So the final example that I'm going to look at here today is importing a vintage car from Japan to Ireland. So under Ireland's rule, that's a car that's over 30 years old. I have a lot of graw for the old Toyota Celica. So what I'm looking for here today is a Celica that's over 30 years old, low mileage, good grade, and ideally a 2-litre petrol with the 3SGE engine. So with cars of this age, I'm really paying attention to the grade of the cars and the condition much more than I would for a car that has, say, 10,000 kilometers. This example here is actually pretty nice. It's just under €5,000, including shipping, 100,000 kilometers, has an auction grade of 3 out of 5. I mean, that's average. In Japanese scoring, 5 is excellent and 1 is very poor, so it's perfectly average. This example here though, it's a manual gearbox, 100,000 kilometers. There's the only bit of damage really I can see is the driver's seat, very common in Toyotas of this generation, easily repairable with a right expert. So that's what I'm going to go for here. So like with our other examples, we're just going to fill in all the details. So the challenge here, as with other cars that we've ran through previously, is to see whether or not it exists on VRT's calculator. If not, again, we could put in a UK example. But since this is a car that's been around for a while and has been brought in, I'm reasonably confident it is. And there it is, a Toyota Celica ST03. That's it, and it's a non-convertible option. Perfect. So now we just need to pop in our mileage. And then the NOx as well. The NOx value doesn't matter on this because it's more than 30 years old. So here we go. It's €200 VRT. The open market selling price is determined to be, oh yeah, that's totally incorrect, 43,000, not in a million years. It's just the calculator being silly. It's a flat rate of €200 because it's a car that's more than 30 years old. So these classic car examples are a bit different than the regular cars that I've ran through in the previous few examples. So a car like this is unlikely to exist on Cars Ireland. Possibly you might get one on Done Deal, but essentially it requires a bit of niche knowledge to know what is a good deal and what isn't. I presume if you're watching this video in this section, you're at least partially interested in the idea of importing a car like this. There are cars out there in that condition, definitely would have higher mileage and would probably be in the range of about €7,500 to €9,000. So we can import this car for €5,250, including VRT, which is a really, really good price. It's a beautiful car, low mileage. Just look at it. It's really, really nice. A car like that in Ireland, you can get for that price, but just not in this condition. So that's just a fun example to run through. The key takeaway there is that the VRT on a vehicle more than 30 years old is capped at €200, regardless of engine size, NOx value, or any other emissions. So really good bargains to be had right now. So that is essentially the video today. Key takeaways and key summary is there's a lot of money to be saved on buying a car from Japan. Like buying a car from anywhere, there's an element of risk involved. But I think the way that I've shown you today, you can really mitigate the risk. My advice to people is to simply just do your own research, build upon what I've shown you today. Be aware that the prices I've shown generally include the most basic level of insurance for shipping. If you're really nervous about bringing a car in, maybe it's worth paying for a higher level of insurance. Another piece of advice that I would give, the same with any car website that you'd be looking at buying on, if a car's value is too good to be true, it usually means it is and there's something wrong with the car. So usually select from the middle of the range. Don't go for something that's too expensive. Don't go for something that's too cheap. And remember to use that Japanese system as a guideline, 5 being excellent, 1 being poor. Unless you really know what you're doing, avoid the R category. A thing that I should mention is in doing this video and researching it, there were cars that economically weren't worth bringing in. A notable example being the Volkswagen Golf, anything around 2020 to 2023. It was actually just cheaper to bring one from the north or actually just buy one from Ireland as is. If you have your own questions about importing cars or anything you want to ask me, just contact me on my Instagram page. It's HobTech Cars. And I've recently started a service where it's €10 and I will give you any advice on importing a car. I can give you a really accurate VRT calculation. It's just to make sure that I value my time. So for the same price of €10, I'm offering car valuations. I can do a regular car or your classic car. There are people out there who will charge that same service for €80, €90. There is 10% off on that service at the moment if you just use the offer code U10. That's the video today. I really hope that you found it useful and insightful and that you learned something from it. And hopefully a few of you out there will apply what I've shown you and go out and save some money on bringing in a car. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please do like, comment and subscribe and let me know what you'd like to see in the future. Thanks a million. Take care. Bye bye.